Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a team that you guys should be confused looking at. We're bringing you a STEELIX team today, but not just any STEELIX team. It's a STEELIX team that also has a Ho-Oh and a Mewtwo on it. Now, this team is from a YouTuber called VGC, who is like a Spanish-speaking YouTuber. I saw this because I saw a STEELIX in a thumbnail. I got interested. This is apparently their 17K subscriber special team, but I do think that they built this team very seriously, and this team does have maybe some potential. Now, with that saying, this isn't the most competitive team that you'll ever see in the universe. Just keep that in mind, but it looks like one of the most fun teams you'll see in a long time. And I do also think that STEELIX can be good, right? It does get access to body press this generation, does also have access to iron defense and wide guard, so it's essentially a Ferrothorn that can carry wide guard. So that's pretty cool. Along with that, Ho-Oh, I always thought was a pretty decent Pokemon. It's definitely one of the best designed Pokemon in my opinion, because I'm a Gen 2 stan. So, hey, let's try out Ho-Oh today. And Mewtwo, last time we used it, did very well on the channel. Blastoise, I love that thing as well. The cool thing about this team is that a bunch of their abilities don't actually matter too much. So the wheezing on the team doesn't harm it at all, right? It essentially just does ruin the enemy team for the most part, because Mewtwo doesn't care if it loses a nerve. Ho-Oh has Regenerator. It's going to swap out, so it doesn't matter. Trace Porygon probably matters. Sturdy won't matter so much because you won't... STEELIX is so tanky, you'll probably never go down to Sturdy. And then Blastoise has Torrent. So, all in all, I think the team is pretty... I want to say solid. It looks good on paper. Let's see if it does good in practice. If you guys are excited to see STEELIX here on the channel, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. But with that said, let's get on to today's video. Kangaskhan. Now, I wish I could say this is the first Kangaskhan I've seen in a long time, but it looks like this Pokemon's picking up a little bit. This is the second one I've seen just today. But okay, Kangaskhan. Got a lot of fake out users on their side of the field. Wow, actually, a significant amount of fake out users. 3 in total. They also do have a potential Trick Room in the Mimikyu. I don't think that Trick Room is going to be their goal, though. The Solgaleo and probably a Shadow Sneak onto Solgaleo is what they're going to want to lead with. In fact, I do think if they set Trick Room, they inevitably help us. It looks like it's beneficial for us. Okay. I mean, Solgaleo could carry a Rock move, which is a little bad for Ho. I'm trying to think about my Dynamax, because like when it comes to this team, you have to think about, do you want a Dynamax Blastoise or do you want a Dynamax Ho-Oh? Those are pretty much the 2 Dynamax options you really have. I also do think this is going to be a Trick Room game. If I can set it, I will set it. How about this? We do Blastoise, Porygon, STEELIX, Mewtwo. I think that's fairly decent. We're going to leave the Ho-Oh behind. I think that's okay, though. We're also going to leave the Wheezing behind. Now, they have a bunch of abilities that, it would be kind of beneficial for us to turn off, but it's not the end of the world if we don't turn them off, right? The good thing about body press users like STEELIX is that it doesn't actually care if it gets intimidated, because it uses the defense stat. So lowering my attack does absolutely nothing. At least I think that's how it works with body press. Someone correct me down below. Let's see how this works. They go... They're trying to get Trick Room up here. That's their goal. Interesting. The Kangaskhan lead with the Mimikyu. I mean... I think this is the most obvious candidate ever? I don't really... find myself being too concerned here. I'll cannonade and just foul play on Mimikyu to break its neck for now. If they fake out my P2, so be it. That would be their safest fake out, because there isn't much that I can do about it. I'm definitely not gonna Dynamax P2 just to prove a point. Just be like, yeah, I know who you're gonna fake out. Yeah, Dynamax P2. What are you gonna do now? Now, what's good about this Blastoise, it's not Walking Berry like most other Blastoises. It's actually Mystic Water, so this should be doing a lot of damage. They do just fake out our P2. Like I said, doesn't really make too much of a difference, I don't think. And we just get a big Cannonade off. That's damage. That is for sure a lot of damage. Now, if they Trick Room, they help us. Yeah, they're helping me. They are literally helping me. Because all I gotta do now is foul play and then Cannonade the other one. This Kangaskhan thankfully lives. So that means they can't even get to switch into the Pokemon that they want to switch into. I mean, they could always swap out and Shadow Sneak and then do that. Ooh, should I cover for that? Should I? No, because they're shadow sneaking Solgaleo, and then we have foul play on P2, so we should still be okay. Yeah, we're gonna double this Mimi. This Trick Room helps. There's not a single Solgaleo in the world that's slower than Porygon 2, I don't think, at least. Alright, Broken Neck. Beautiful. Is this just like a fake out last resort, Kangaskhan? Oh, thank God that's not the way Endeavor works on Dynamax. Woo, that was almost awful. That was almost really bad. Thank goodness Endeavor doesn't work like that with Dynamax. They were about to take my Dynamax Pokemon and make me like 1 HP. That would have been absolutely horrendous. And yeah, you know what? This is a double KO for us, so I will take that. I will definitely take that. Cannonade's a glory. Doing a lot of damage here with the Cannonade. Now keep in mind they do still have a Dynamax intact. And even though they did do a lot of damage to us with that Kangaskhan, with the Endeavor, we're still in the green, right? Which means we can still theoretically take an attack or two, especially from like a Solgaleo, I think. All things considered, it could be a wild charge Solgaleo with like max lightning, which would be kind of bad. Kyogre's coming out. We Eerie Impulse that. And here comes Solgaleo. I think we just Cannonade, right? I mean, the Trick Room helps us here. I'm so confused. Because here we just Cannonade there. Oh, nope. Yeah, that is where we Cannonade. We Cannonade there. And then we Impulse the other guy. But this way, at least their Ogre isn't doing too much damage. Specifically, ooh, something's Dynamaxing. Well, I mean, obviously, it's their last two. I'm expecting it to be Solgaleo. Yep, it's going to be the big cat. I have to try to weaken this Ogre as much as I can so that when I bring in my STEELIX, I can do something with it, right? STEELIX is not the best specially defensive. But now that Ogre is Eerie Impulsed, I'm a little bit more confident here. Now, if this is Scarfed Ogre or Choiced Ogre in some fashion, then we just click Water. Oh, okay. No, they're slow. They were slower than Blastoise. That could be Iron Ball Ogre, and they do have max lightning, unfortunately. So, by Blastoise. They actually undersped Blastoise like a lot. I don't know what this Blastoise set is, but I think they're clearly min speed on both their mons. But okay, whatever, fine. They did damage. I think I will go into STEELIX for now. And I think I will Wide Guard and Foul Play. Alright, so STEELIX will get to see some play today, folks. Yeah, we Wide Guard and we Foul Play. Every day of the week. The issue is they are not... Or should I recover? Maybe I should recover and Foul Play later. They could have Protect on this Ogre, so it's no guarantee that this Ogre is even gonna stay using spread moves, right? This would be the final turn of Trick Room too, right? 2 more turns of Trick Room, 1 more turn of Cannonade. Alright, so maybe I'll just Wide Guard and recover this turn. I'll take a passive turn here. Because we're pretty much stalling for my Mewtwo in the back, I think. And now that they saw the Wide Guard, we got to be a little bit cautious about what this this Kyogre does next. This Porygon is the only thing that's staying a severe nuisance to my opponent. They do just Water Spout again. Thankfully, we take that. Now, Solgaleo, what is next for you? A Max Quake to raise its special defense. Onto my poor STEELIX, but you see STEELIX just takes that like an absolute champion. This is part of the reason why I don't want to give the weakness policy to the Solgaleo. At least not yet. Maybe later, but not right now. We do get some lefties recovery again onto the STEELIX spot. That's our final little bit of chip damage that we get onto Solgaleo. I'm going to Protect here to stall out the last turn of Trick Room, because why not? I know I could Body Press, but it wouldn't make too much of a difference. I'm just going to Eerie Impulse again onto the Kyogre spot. They got to start... They have to start dealing with the P2, right? What have we become on this channel? We went from complaining about P2 to using P2. Oh, wide guard, you can't protect after. Oh, that's right. That is right. I knew that. Well, I messed up. I don't think I'll be punished for it. And if I am... Oh, they just happen to have Scald anyway. Okay, well, I can't really do anything about that. That was a -4 Scald. It still it still killed me from that health. Oh, well. Mindstorm? They don't know this, but they just helped me. Specifically my Mewtwo. Okay. I think Mewtwo can maybe come back from this. We didn't give it weakness policy, which is the biggest news. And we do have Will-O-Wisp on this Mewtwo set. We also do have Energy Ball and Psystrike. Now, I just don't know if they have Trick Room on the Solgaleo. That would be a little bit problematic. But like I said, they're -4 on Kyogre. So I think it's a pretty okay turn to just be like, okay, I'll Will-O-Wisp. And then recover here. I feel like I have to recover. Just to put myself in a decent health. The thing is, the Will-O-Wisp is actually chipping me a lot. Like, it doesn't seem that way, but I would be so much healthier if I wasn't losing 1/16 every single turn. Yeah, they're totally just going to Trick Room. This is the most Trick Room I've ever seen. So it's really nice that we're going to burn it here. No, they're just Psychic Fanging. Well, thankfully we eat that up for breakfast. Why would they even bother protecting with Ogre then? So weird. Yeah, that was a weird play. Okay, well now their Solgaleo is burnt. We do have Psystrike, which is Stab. Or we do have Energy Ball. But I think Stab in Psychic Terrain is still more, especially when it does physical damage instead of special damage, and Kyogre has a lot less physical defense in comparison. I think I'm also going to recover again. Their Solgaleo now can't deal enough damage to my P2 to win. So with the recover, I have enough damage to just... Oh, that's such a cool animation. Oh, that's such a cool amount of damage. Nice. They send Steel Strike now. Into who? Into my Mewtwo. We take that really well. Followed by the Water Spout. They have no amount of health and no amount of special attack to be doing any business with that Water Spout. We've successfully mitigated my opponent's damage here, I think. They've been successfully mitigated. I'm still afraid to foul play, not gonna lie. But I don't really think we have a better play. We have to Psystrike the Solgaleo, we have to foul play the Solgaleo. We have to start doing some damage to it. We can't just rely on the burn tick, right? Could also just take the opportunity to knock out the Ogre, but the Ogre's like such a non-factor in the game, I don't think it matters. So, the time to deal damage is now. Here's a Psystrike in the Psychic Terrain. Does absolutely nothing, but hey. Guys, what we gotta do, there's Sun Steel Strike. This might knock out... Actually, I might need to knock out this Ogre next turn. Because they're chipping my Mewtwo here. Yikes. Okay, yeah, I'm getting kind of close to death. They go for the Scald. It's a -4, though. Yeah, we hang in there. Beautiful. Here's the final foul play. Or the first of many. Weakness policy? Yeah, weakness policy. Okay. Okay? Are we okay? I believe so. I have to attack the Ogre. I can't protect anyway. And a second foul play onto Solgaleo should knock it out. If they protect Ogre here, they could knock out my Mewtwo. But then I feel like if it's Ogre versus P2, a -4 Ogre, I think we're okay. They went for Scald instead of Origin Pulse too. They must hate missing as much as I do. Porygon 2 is such a menace if you can get it into the right position. They do protect the Ogre, so they will just take out the Mewtwo for free, but we take the Solgaleo after this turn. Yeah, there's a Sun Steel Strike. I can't protect with Mewtwo anyway. Like, I could have maybe dealt damage to Solgaleo. But I think it goes down this turn anyway. So dealing a little bit of chip damage wouldn't make that much of a difference. Foul play now into Solgaleo. So even if we did misplay with the wide guard, it looks like we're still going to take a victory here. Depends on how much these foul plays will be doing to this Ogre. Weirdness disappears from the battlefield. I have enough health to where I don't think I'd have to recover. I could try to Trick Room here and then recover next turn and then like really try to seal my opponent's fate. But I'm just going to see what a Foul Play does in terms of damage. I'll recover next turn if I have to. There's a Scald. I'm already burnt, so. Oh, that's just hilarious. Nope, that's not doing much. That'll not win you the game. Oh, but that's also hilarious. We're doing hilarious amount of damage to each other. All right, they could protect and just try to get more burn chip. I'm just going to recover, though. No, actually, that's just getting greedy. I don't have to recover. I'm going to Foul Play again. I have so much health still. Another Scald onto my P2. My opponent is going to play this out, man. Hey, respect. I guess they could be banking on a crit because one crit will win them the game. Yeah, one crit will win them the game. I have a 1 in 24 chance in losing. Let's find out if it happens. I've been unlucky before. Okay, no. At least we're not that unlucky. Go for the recover. Get all the way back to full. And if they don't forfeit after this, I'll be confused. Because even if a crit hits here, it won't be enough. Let's Foul Play again. Slow and steady wins the race, folks. But you know what? So far, we got looks like a victory. I don't want to jinx it. Oh my goodness. It's 1 HP. All right, well, I'm not going to recover here. I'm just going to Foul Play again. They could also be hoping that I run out of Foul Plays, but I got plenty. I got plenty Foul Plays. Another Scald into the P2. Does not get a crit again. Unlucky. The final Foul Play will knock out the last bit of remaining health onto the Ogre. And then we took a win with STEELIX. STEELIX didn't do much. It did something, though. It did wide guard a water spout, which, you know, you can make the argument, allowed us to have the amount of health that we did to get to the position that we were at the end of the game. So good job, STEELIX. Double steal with an Ursh. Oof. That's going to be a little bit annoying to deal with, but we do have a STEELIX, and their whole team is physical, except for Dialga. So, okay. I mean, Ho-Oh could be pretty good for us as well, as long as we're not going into the Landorus, of course. But I think the best move for us is definitely go Blastoise P2. Bring our STEELIX in the back. I think Trick Room is going to be very advantageous for us. Maybe a Ho-Oh in the back too. Between Ho-Oh or Mewtwo, but I'm looking at that Urshifu and I don't like it too much. So I think I'm going to go with a Ho-Oh in the back. And Ho-Oh is also a pretty slow Ho-Oh, which we learned from last game. So that's good to know, right? That means it can still probably do something in Trick Room, even if it's not going to be the Dynamax Mon. It's also a very good switch into Zacians. Going against Scott. All right, Scott, what you got? What is your lead, Tom? Someone asked me what Tom means, or why do you call people Tom? It's just an old joke. Tom is just a generic name that I give to people who I don't know their names. Then the other question was Chad. Chad means like they're cool. Like a cool guy is a Chad, you know? I think we fake out Grimmy and we go for the Trick Room for now, which means Dialga does get to either attack or Trick Room itself. We'll see which they decide to do here. I think once we have Trick Room up, the Dialga getting spammed with Eerie Impulse is going to be really fun. That's pretty much what our goal here is, right? Just get as much Eerie Impulse spams as we can. And then we'll worry about whatever screens they want to set next turn, you know. There isn't much we can do about those screens. But the residual damage will be residual damage nonetheless with the Cannonade. They are going to Dynamax right off the bat. That's a little concerning, to be honest. I'm a little concerned. Now, please don't go for Blastoise. Hopefully the Porygon 2 is looking mighty juicy. We'll see. Let's clap this Grim real quick. Bop. All right, Grim's not moving this turn. They were trying to do something with priority. Here's a Wormwind now. That could be into either one. It is into the Porygon 2, but it's not going to be enough to knock out the P2. Hilarious. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay. And their Life Orb. Good to know, good to know. Now, we could yawn, but that's being mean. So let's be a little bit meaner and go for the Cannonade. Followed by the Eerie Impulse. Should we recover first? No, because if they're going to deal more damage to us unless we Eerie Impulse them. We could lose our Porygon 2 here, but at least they'll have a -2 Dialga on the field. Which is better than nothing, right? Because if we recover and then just attack that Porygon 2 slot again, we die. So at least this way, we won't die. Or at least we'll die, but we'll die with a purpose. As for what the Grim wants to do, I don't know. It's probably going to live 1 Cannonade, but won't survive the residual damage for 2. So that's good news. Dialga, I'm just going to keep clicking Eerie Impulse. Like, there's nothing else to do there. We're now Dynamaxing our big friend Blastoise, friend of the channel. You know we love our Blastoises here. And this Blastoise does have Mystic Water, like I did say in the previous battle. So, it might even knock out Grim. Oh. Oh. P2? P2's practically dead! But they must really want to knock out P2 this turn. Hey, that's fine. I think we knock out Grim. They never set Light Screen up. I was expecting a Light Screen somewhere. We knocked that out. Cool. I mean, that's fine. They never fake Tears the important Pokemon. They will get rid of P2, but like I said, P2 was 1 HP. There was no need to fake Tears. That's just overkill. If anything, you should have faked Tears the Blastoise. That would at least help you for like the late game. Or the later game. Regardless, good night, Grimmsnarl. Thanks for showing up on the channel like you do in pretty much every single episode. And now we have a Dialga at -2 on the field. Not bad. I could tolerate this. Dialga at -2. Dialga -2. Do we just do this? I don't quite know what to go in with. STEELIX is not great into physical special mons, but Dialga is the only special mon on their team. I should go Ho-Oh just in case they do bring Zacian, because I do believe they had Zacian on the team as well. And typically whenever something dies, people get mad and they try to bring in the dog. Okay, no, they bring in the Landorus. Okay, so I just swap back. I just swap out and go into the yeah, I just go into the other guy. I'm gonna Cannonade still. I know I can go for Hailstorms, but 1, they both knock out, and 2, they could swap into Zacian still. They have a Zacian, right? I'm like saying Zacian. Yeah, they do. I'm saying Zacian, but I'm not actually remembering if they have a Zacian. All right, Ho-Oh. Thanks for showing your face. You're gonna be a STEELIX real quick. I think it's a better idea to get rid of the Landorus before we show the Ho-Oh. So, oh, they had a better idea. Save the Landorus for the Ho-Oh, expecting the swap. Well, I expected your expectation. So we Cannonaded again into that spot. Still going to be big damage onto a Zacian. Like, Zacian's going to live. Not going to appreciate this. Yeah, look at that. More than half. Followed by the Wormwood. Is going to lower the attack on my poor little STEELIX, but it's fine. Because we have Body Press, which takes our defense stat into account and not our attack stat. I think. We'll see. Well, I think the next turn is somewhat simple. I believe, at least. Zacian can't really afford to protect. They have 2 more turns of Cannonade that's gonna be ticking. And we still have 1 more turn of our Dynamax. So, since the Zacian will go down no matter what, I think the Hailstorm into that spot will cover us for a potential switch, followed by the Body Press into the Dialga. STEELIX is doing some work. I mean, it's really just Porygon's Trick Room from the dead, right? And their incredible decision to just ignore my Blastoise. Respect the Blastoise, folks. No one ever does it. I think no one respects Blastoise because they know they just can't do anything about it. Because like they look at that Pokemon and they're like, well, I can't kill it, so why am I gonna hit it? Body Press into that. Whoa, okay, Tom. Okay, STEELIX, I see you, big dog. Now they don't switch out into the Landorus, which is unfortunate, but that should go down to just a Cannonade there. This should result in a double KO. If all goes well. Dialga goes for the Earth Power into the Blastoise spot. Absolutely hilarious damage. They do get the special defense drop, but I don't think that's going to matter in the end. They died to the Life Orb. Now let's see who the Zacian decided to click on. Does go for the Behemoth Blade. Probably into... I mean, it has to be into Blastoise, right? Yeah, they're really trying for Blastoise here. Blastoise is just like, hey, stop it. Hey, quit it. Blastoise doesn't care, man. All right, bye, Zacian. And now we're in a pretty decent position, I'd say. We got a STEELIX with Wide Guard just in case we have to use it versus... I mean, I don't think we'll ever... We're not going to have to use it this battle. I was going to say in case we bring in the Ho-Oh at any point, but they're going to have hard enough time dealing with this Blastoise for them to even see a Ho-Oh. So I think my confirmation of the Intimidate's not mattering at all, or the -1's not mattering at all, is pretty much confirmed because we did a lot of damage to that, what was it called? That Dialga. For sure did way too much damage. Battle was canceled, as it should be. They can't do it. STEELIX, okay. STEELIX did something there. STEELIX was very pivotal in taking out the Dialga and was a good switch in for the Landorus. Not bad. Very aggressive Blastoise team here. Wow, okay. Very aggressive, but very balanced, very strong, very Kevin might steal. Because I'm going to write this down because that team looks kind of nice, to be honest. Zacian, Valley Shadow, Indeedee. I feel like I'm looking at this team, I'm like, hold on. This team kind of covers for everything that I used to struggle against. So let's just steal it. And maybe we're going to use this for the VR tournament. Who knows? We'll find out. Anyway, let's see what we could do against it. I mean, if we lose to this team, at least I know it's good. It definitely feels like a Blastoise game. If I had to pick them on here, Blastoise seems like it would be the most consistent. Maybe even a Blastoise P2 situation. I definitely think that Trick Room is going to be the way we maybe win. I want to bring STEELIX, but I'm having second thoughts, man. I'm just not seeing what it does in this battle specifically because the majority of, I mean, if it's into Blastoise, it's bad. If it's into anything else, I think we have a chance. I mean, fine. It's the STEELIX video. Sure. We'll bring STEELIX. We'll do it. We'll see. Alice, what you got? What you bringing? Definitely going to be a Blastoise if I had to guess, right? Turd Talk and Serval. That's another language. Oh. Indeedee and Blastoise. I don't know how I feel about this. I definitely don't appreciate it, I don't think. I don't actually think Trick Room is going to be beneficial to us right now. Maybe later, but not at this very moment. We can't really do much, so let's just Cannonade and let's just Foul Play. My goal here is to remove Indeedee from the game. And then next turn, we can start either Impulse spamming or even Trick Room. We can decide what we want to do the next turn. I Dynamax first, so maybe Trick Room isn't the play. And we do know that we do have a little bit of speed on this Blastoise, because I was surprised by, you know, Blastoise outspeeding Kyogre and Solgaleo in the first battle, or whatever it was. And I know we outsped Pokemon that we definitely shouldn't outspeed. Water Spout. Well then. Expanding Force. Well then. Well, here's a Cannonade. And here's a Foul Play. We'll see how much damage this does. I don't actually think it'll knock it down to death. We also just learned that they are faster. They're just not Dynamaxing. So good information to have, for sure. I think now, with that information, we can Hailstorm into that Mon and Trick Room here. Hopefully. Let's see if we can actually get it off. They go for the follow me this time. Okay, fine. Perfect. That means the water spout isn't knocking us out because it didn't do enough damage before. Why are they just water spout? Oh. Well, great thing I trick roomed, huh? Are they like whiter? I guess they could be. They are whiter. Okay, fine. Like I said, trick roomed. Very interesting. Well, if I do steal this team, I'm definitely not running my Blastoise like that. I don't think that's the optimal way to run Blastoise. I think Blastoise needs to be supportive mixed with Dynamax scariness. Or Assault Vest. One or the other. Well, here's a Trick Room. Enjoy your Shell Smash. Thing is, now I could foul play it, right? Now I can just really hurt it. So that's exciting. Do they Dynamax there then? Could be. Could be their Dynamax of choice. Don't send in Calyrex or something, please. Because then I'm going to be torn on who I want to foul play. Zacian. I don't actually want to foul play that. I'd rather just cannonade that. I don't think the Blastoise has Protect if it has Shell Smash. So yeah, I think I'm going to take my shot onto this Turtok. See how much damage this does. Now, they do still have their Dynamax intact, which can be scary. But there shouldn't be any moves that Blastoise has that really threatens my Blastoise. They do Dynamax their Blastoise, though. Maybe I should have Eerie Impulsed it now that I'm thinking about it. That would have been, like, the better late game up. They're not even G-Max, Tom. Well, then. Interesting. Zacian protects. Okay. So we get a foul play off, maybe? For free? That does not do anything close to enough damage. Well, never mind. I thought I was going to do a lot more than that. Blastoise is at +2. That's all it does? Yikes. Oh, we might be in trouble, to be honest. We'll see if they let my P2 survive. They go for the Geyser. Nope, they don't let P2 survive. We might be in some trouble. Their Rain Dish. I got so many questions. Yeah, we might be in some trouble. Thing is, I can yawn it. But I would have to protect with STEELIX, and I would probably still die, surprisingly. I think I'm going to try yawning it, though. STEELIX is going to be pretty much a non-factor this game, though. That's for sure. So we yawn the Turtok. It's pretty much our best way of dealing with it, at least right now. Let's protect here. I mean, I could attack, but I think I'd rather keep my STEELIX alive for next turn. Regardless, I have Sturdy, so even if they do break us down to Sturdy, we get at least one more attack off. I've forgotten what regular Blastoise looks like Dynamaxed. Like, for some reason, it's like I'm looking at regular Blastoise and it's registering as wrong in my brain. All right, here's a yawn. Which means they should be going to sleep next turn. They go for the Play Rough into my Blast. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be in so much trouble. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Stay positive, stay positive. Gonna switch back to Hail, okay. Live? Oh, we eat that up, nice. Which means our Ho-Oh can actually hit the Zacian, but Zacian's gonna protect every day of the week here. So we should protect Ho-Oh and then just get some damage off on this Blastoise while we can. Man, this game is so far from over, and I still feel like I'm losing. Okay. We got this. Stay positive. Stay positive. We'll bring in the Ho-Oh. We gotta protect. If we don't protect, we're trolling. Because they still got one more turn of Dynamax and one more turn of staying awake. And they have a Zacian Protect to use here. So we protect there. Do we get the iron defense up? Do we start setting up? Because they're always going for Ho-Oh here. This is greedy, man. But I think I'm going to do it. It's greedy. I know. But I'm pretty sure that this game just, at least this turn goes the way that I am imagining. Yeah, okay. Everything's lining up so far. Now Blastoise, water move into Ho-Oh probably. I get an iron defense up. That's nice, right? Please don't attack my poor little STEELIX, who doesn't deserve this. Water move? Is water move? That's definitely into Ho-Oh, right? Yes, okay, good. They gave us weakness policy now. Stars aligning. Question is Trick Room still up? I don't know. I somehow don't think so. I think that was the last turn, and I think now we're going to be kind of screwed. Let's find out together. Rain Dish, stop it. Okay, they're asleep. Trick Room. Please. That was Terrain. Is Trick Room up? It should. Actually, I think if Terrain went away, Trick Room's going away. Rooms return to normal? Not yet. One more turn, baby. One more turn. Oh my goodness. That's so good. So now we just Brave Bird into you. Actually, that's Zacian though. We have to get rid of the Blastoise though. We don't really have a choice. And then I'll body press into the Zacian. That should knock out Zacian at that health, I think. We're at +2 defense, and it's STEELIX for crying out loud. And it's neutral on Zacian. Come on. Beautiful. Nice. Goodbye, STEELIX just knocked out Zacian, folks. STEELIX did it. +2 Brave Bird from Ho-Oh now into the Blastoise. It will be enough to knock it out. We're down in a 2v1. Issue is, I just lost my whole health bar to Brave Bird, and Trick Room's now over. But if their last is Calyrex, which I really think it is, we get to reveal our secret tech. We get to reveal her own spot. It is Calyrex. Oh my goodness. So you know what we have to do here. You know exactly what we have to do. We have to Brave Bird into you. Maybe I should be a little bit careful about the Brave Bird, because I could accidentally KO myself. I think instead, let's just Earthquake, followed by Wide Guard, and click nothing but Wide Guard for the rest of the game. Come on, baby. Astro Mirage, they did it! The secret tech, the STEELIX is doing something. This protects me too from the Earthquake, right? Hilarious. Amazing. Now, if it's not Sash, even better. Okay, it doesn't matter. We don't even get close to breaking it down to Sash. We got no reason not to just click the same thing again. Either there's Snarl. Like, if they're a regular Calyrex set, there's Snarl, Will-O-Wisp, and something else. So I click the same 2 moves. There's spread moves all around. Wide Guard again. Look at STEELIX's smiley face. They just do it again. Jeez, STEELIX taking 3 victories in today's video. How? What is happening? This shouldn't happen. Man, sometimes when you got some weird mods, you can really cheese the ladder, let me tell you. Because I'm sure no one prepares for Wide Guard STEELIX, and no one prepares... Like, if I was a Pokemon that typically carries Wide Guard, I wouldn't get away with this. You know? GG's Alice, man. And here is the rental code for the STEELIX team. Apparently, I can get 3 wins with this on the ladder. Hopefully, you guys can do the same. Thank you so much, Ukes VGC, for supplying us with the rental team. And also, congratulations on 17K subscribers if you do end up watching this video. This team was super fun to use. Thank you for making it public. And I don't know what else to say. I feel like if maybe this isn't the specific team, because I think specifically Ukes tried to use his favorite Pokemon when trying to build this team. So it wasn't like they were taking like super competitiveness into account. Like I think Mewtwo is actually his channel mascot and things like that. So maybe there can be a team out there somewhere with the STEELIX on it that can still do some work. It never felt like an awful Pokemon. Of course, Kyogre's everywhere. But, you know, you have Wide Guard. then you really only have to worry about Dynamax Ogres, but we'll get into that in like another time. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. Really close to 10,000 subscribers, and I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I'm Ken, this is Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.